Okay, so this video is for all my Love Island fanatics. I just started watching Love Island this summer actually. I didn't want anything to do with it because I didn't know how those shows go. In it for the money, in it to win it, and that's about it. More for exposure, you know. But anyways, my two cousins put me on to it. Season 8. I caught it in the beginning, which is cool. If I didn't, I would have been able to just binge watch, which I kind of did anyways, because my cousin also told me that season 7 was lit, her favorite, because of Huda and Olandria. And it was cool. Huda's the juice of season 7. I liked Huda. I love Huda actually, but that girl had some crazy tendencies when it came to intimate relationships. That girl was off the chain. She was doing all the wrong things, and she was definitely acting in behaviors of abuse, emotionally abusive towards Jeremiah. But that's just what the edited version showed. So, they always want to make it extra juicy, so we keep watching. But yeah, from what they put in the edited parts of season 7, Huda's tendencies were freaking psycho. That girl was freaking psycho. I'm really trying hard not to cuss on here, but she was psycho. Huda is psycho when it comes to intimate relationships. She was crazy. I always think about when she was climbing on the side of the foliage. I don't know if that's what you call foliage, to look at Jeremiah kissing inside of the barn. I'm like, girl, sit your ass down. Like, calm the fuck down. This is a show. That is not your man like that. That is not your husband. You're not even his girlfriend yet. Like, she was just freaking crazy. Like, and I don't know if he was love bombing her, but that's not what we saw. We saw him just being normal, regular, degler, schmegler, and just trying to have a connection with her. She was the one being like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's like, girl, calm down. And the only thing I don't like about the show is when girls act weird. Like, okay, Hood is crazy, but she was very entertaining. She is the reason I watched the show, for real. She was the only entertaining one on the show. So I'm so proud of her for doing her new music video. I don't know if you guys know, but she has a music video out, and it's bomb as F. Me and my cousin, who showed me about Love Island, we were twerking the whole way through. Huda is the ish. I love her, and I would love to be her friend, but I would never want to be her lover. But she needs a man who could handle her, because she crazy when it comes to love. And yeah, Huda, she crazy when it comes to love. She need help, as we all do. But she a wild one. I wouldn't deal with that unless she got some mental help when it comes to relationships. Second of all, Olandria's cool. She did it. I don't know if her mom did some spell work to get Olandria lit like she did, because Olandria was the goddess of the season 7, because the way she held herself, the way she, she had a what do you call it? A regal aura. I appreciated that from her. But her mom said, do what you gotta do, and she did. Look at her now. But yeah, Ace from season 7 said that Olandria's relationship is for PR, which I could completely agree. But at the same time, you never know, because you're not in people's relationships. But Ace might know because he's close to them. Who knows? But anyways, Olandria's everything. I love her, but to me, she doesn't look like a supermodel face. She doesn't have the supermodel look. She's just pretty and tall and regal, which is awesome, and supermodels do need that, but she doesn't have the supermodel look to me. Who does have the supermodel look was Kayda from season 8 of Love Island. Kayda, I always think she's a mother freaking supermodel to the T. She's skin and bones, which is how they like supermodels. Like, she has no boobs, she has no body, and that's how they like supermodels. No boobs, no body. And Olandria is the complete opposite. Olandria got all the body in the world, and her fake titties, and her big old lips. That's not supermodel look to me, but apparently it's a new thing. It's a new thing. I'm for it though. I'm not against it. I'm for it. It's just she's not your typical model, but look. But hey, that's the look they want. They got it. Shoot, it works. Kata is the original model look. The I don't know if you say authentic model look, but Kata's it. Like if I saw season 8, I would be like, I need her to model for every single thing I got. Like if I was a big brand, Kata would be it. She's beautiful. Her beautiful eyes. She's a European look, whatever you want to call that. And Kata's it. Kata is it when it comes to supermodel look. I really hope she gets picked up just like Olandria did. And I think she might do better in modeling than Olandria, but hats off to both of them. They both deserve everything good. But for season 8, speaking of season 8, oh my God, I think that was the best season ever. But I haven't watched all the other seasons completely. Only season I watched completely was season 8. Because I started it and I loved it. I think that season was lit as fuck. That season was so lit. It was so lit. Like, I went through all their relationships with them. And it was kind of stressful because I got irritated a lot. Sincere, no. That man needs to go get help and not date until he gets it. Like, no. I don't know who would fall for that BS. I was so like, okay, makes sense. When I saw his girlfriend of 5 years report that he drug her in the mud like he was doing all the other girls on the show, including Melanie, for 5 years. He drug her in the mud for 5 years. I'm like, dang girl, you stayed for 5 years? Good God, that sucks. I would have been gone after a year or less. Like, no, unless you had kids and was married, then okay, try until you can't no more. But I understand people are young, they're in their 20s. We're all dumb in our 20s. I did a whole bunch of dumb things in my 20s, so I have to give all these 20-something year olds some grace because I'm 30, almost 40. And I was like, these people are so dumb, like so clueless. But that's how we are in our 20s. We're clueless and dumb. So I really can't. That's all I can say is we were all there. What do we do unless we were taught better? Clearly, we weren't taught better. Like, people could say things, but you gotta explain and show and experience. You can't just say it and expect people to get it, you know? So the fact that Melanie got played the hardest I've ever seen anyone played on TV before, and she kept going back, I'm like, girl, what the heck? But I understand because it's a game. Like, she can't leave him. It's too late. She has to stay with him. It's basically like everyone's forced to stay with each other towards the end because what are they gonna do? Not win? They have to at least keep trying until the end. And that's why my cousin said after the show, all the relationships fall apart except like 1% maybe. But it was crazy when I heard recently that what was her name? There's TT and then there's Trinity and I can't remember his name. Trinity and her boyfriend. Let's just say that. So I gotta come when I'm recording. Trinity and her boyfriend, I think they were the most genuine. I really thought the whole time they were the most genuine, but of course everyone's just trying to win the money and publicity, you know. That's what it's for. That's what the show's for. And if you find love, then you just got the luckiest person on earth. But I really hope it did. I hope it all just boiled down to they just grew to love each other. I love how it was a slow burn, because slow burns I think are the healthiest relationships, because you literally get to know someone. It's not just forced lust, and they didn't have lust. They didn't start with lust. But I recently learned that Trinity's boyfriend, he was going after Kata. He tried to go after Kata like 3 times, because you know Kata took Trinity's boyfriend and was that Zach? Yeah, Zach, to the hideaway when she first came as the bombshell. And apparently Trinity, is his name Bryce? I think his name's Bryce. Trinity and Bryce, yeah. Bryce tried to take Kata 3 times while he was with Trinity on the show. Like, he really kept trying to go for Kata, but Kata wasn't into him. And Kata and Dylan, I think that's his name. Dylan was like, bro, you can try, but it ain't gonna happen. And Kata wasn't going for Bryce, so Bryce was basically stuck with his second option, which was Trinity, which is probably good though, because I really hope it works out for them. I really do. I wanted them to win, but the people who I really wanted to win was TT and KC, because Tiara came in for KC and she got her man. That's why I was winning. I feel like that's the most genuine one. And then they clicked. They matched. So I really hope TT and KC stay together and rock it out to the end of time, because they're so cute and their vibes are so great. And it was just sucky to see Anaya with KC, because they did not match, and it sucked how Anaya was trying to force her and KC, because that just didn't make any sense. I think she made a dumb decision to stay with KC, and she wasn't even happy with him. Like, why would you do that? That's dumb. And she left Carl for someone who she wasn't even happy with. Like, are you kidding me? And she broke down because she made a dumb decision, and she tried to blame it on KC for hurting her feelings. No, blame it on yourself, Anaya. You did that. KC made the right decision, you made the wrong, and that's on you. You should have chose Carl. And I think it sucks that Carl had to go back to Anaya and be a second place man, because I don't even think she really likes Carl like that. I don't think she likes Carl's just like there for her, like just makes her feel good, and that's it. And she ain't really happy with Carl. She can fake it, but I don't think she really is. Carl deserves someone who will choose him first, and I thought that was so unfair to the KC and Carl, because Anaya didn't choose KC at first, and Anaya didn't choose Carl at first. Like, they were both secondhand men to her, and so she was just weird with it. Like, I don't think she really liked Carl like that. Like, when Carl would say things, so she'd be like, oh, like, oh, like, she wouldn't say, oh, I love it. Oh, heck yeah, of course. She would just be like, oh, you know how you don't want to be mean, so you just say, oh. Like, that was Anaya. And she was making up stuff about KC that didn't even make sense. Like, KC's supposed to explore. And the other thing I thought was dumb about Anaya, like, why would you tell KC to go explore, but then when he tries to explore someone, you go walk into their exploring session and pull him away? Like, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb? Like, that's dumb. I hated when the girls did that. Like, the girls were like, go explore. And then when the guys would go explore, the girls would go pull them away. Like, don't be stupid. These girls really be stupid on this show. Like, they act stupid. I'm not saying they're stupid, but they were acting stupid. Like, it was just dumb. I'm like, and then they have the nerve to get mad at the guy because they're the ones confusing the guys. And then it was so double standard. Like, they were saying when they were doing the movie night on season 8, they're like, why is it so double standard? Yeah, it was double standard. Because how they gonna tell these men to go explore, and when they explore they get pissed at them? Like, are you stupid? Oh, these girls are so freaking, make the stupidest decisions on the show. The smartest one I think was Parmida. I like Parmida and Corbin. I don't know if their relationship is real or not either, but if I had to pick one couple other than Casey and TT, it would be Parmida and Corbin. And because they just fit, they mesh off the jump. Like, they off the jump, and they look beautiful together. They look so beautiful together. Oh my god, just as beautiful as Casey and TT. Like, I can't believe Anaya tried to break down on live television and blame it on Casey. Like, that is so, she needs to take accountability for her own actions and stop putting it on Casey. Like, that was fucked up of her. So I was really proud of her when she went and apologized to Casey for yelling at him in his face, because she had no right. Like, she made those dumb decisions, and she can't put that on Casey. Like, that, she needs to take accountability. And it sucks that Carl had to be dumped back onto her, because he had no choice either. Who else was he gonna go with for? And Carl's very genuine. Like, I think the two most genuine people on the shows were Carl, and who's the other one? I can't remember the other one, but there was a girl who was, was it Soul? I don't know if it was Soul who I thought was the most genuine. But yeah, I felt for Carl. I mean, but you know what? I knew when I seen the dates at the end for the final four, when they had Melanie go on her date, and then they had Kata go on their dates, and then when I saw Trinity go on her date with Bryce, I was like, oh no, they definitely in the top 2 for the finale. I knew. Because, and then they did Anaya and Carl's. I knew Anaya and Carl was in the top 2 because the way they set up the dates, like, they put way more thought and energy and beautified and pulled that love. They pulled the emotions in Carl and Anaya's first date, and Trinity and Bryce's date. They pulled their I cried. I almost cried dang near 10 times when I watched Anaya and Carl's first date. It was so beautiful. She reminded me of Princess Tiara. Yeah, Princess Tiara. It was beautiful. She looked the prettiest on that day, and when her family came, Anaya looked so pretty. She looked so pretty when so pretty. Hey, none of that. Go inside. Go inside. If you're gonna cry, I'm trying to record right now. Please, baby. Please, baby. I'll get back to you right when I'm done. Okay. Hi. Hi. But yeah, Carl and Anaya's first date was a dream. That was so beautiful. I was like, oh, they deserved it. They really did. It was so beautiful. Definitely for television. But and Trinity and Bryce's was so cool too. And I knew when I saw their dates compared to Kata and Melanie's, y'all, I was like Carl and Anaya and Trinity and Bryce are definitely top two, because they wouldn't put all the energy in there for nothing. They really wouldn't. The production really knows what they're doing, and I love how good production has gotten in the 8th season. It's spectacular. Like, mwah. But yeah, with who else? The way Kata and Zach did. I felt like Zach was playing her too, completely. Because why the hell would you, right after you're done having sex with Kata, say, would you mind if I talk to another bombshell? Like, are you kidding me? That should have been Kata's sign. There's red flags all over Zach. And then on top of that, he lied about the angel girl. Like, if I wanted her, I would have brought her back. Nigga, you fucking lying. You're lying. You wouldn't have brought her back if you wanted her, because you couldn't have. I wouldn't trust him. I hope she don't trust that man. I hope she don't. That's fucked up. How you gonna say that to her? I would have slapped that man if he said that to me after I found out that girl left. Because, like, why would you say if you wanted to bring her back, you would have? Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Like, for real. For real? That's fucked up. That was fucked up. And then he had the nerve to say I love you like 3 times to Kata, and then the next day say I'm just kidding? Oh no, that's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. I dated a man like that before, and Zach is a narcissist. So I hope they both get help. If it's real, I'm good for them. I don't like to see any couples go through bad things, but I just see stuff. I wish the best for everybody. I love to be proven wrong when it comes to me not thinking a couple's gonna stay together. I love to be proven wrong, because love is a beautiful thing. Like, please prove me wrong if I'm saying that it ain't gonna work, please. But and even when I'm proven wrong about when I think something is gonna work, I'll be like, man, that sucks, you know. Like, I love love, and I love to see people in love. It's the most beautiful thing ever. But go inside if you feel some type of way, because I didn't bring you out here. I just put you back in there because we were out here a minute ago. Okay? What? Relax, baby. So yeah, that's how I feel about Kata and Zach's situation. Like, like, no. Okay. Okay, well, go inside. I'm gonna feed you in a minute. Let me finish recording. I'm gonna feed you and give you back. No, you just said you didn't want it. What is wrong with you? Here. Hey, what's wrong with you? Anyways, so Bryce and Trinity, I really thought they were 100% genuine, but apparently he wanted Kata. I really hope they work out, because their relationship is so cute. It's so beautiful. I loved it. I just can't believe I just found out that he tried Kata 3 times. They didn't show that on the show. Like, dang. But Melanie and Sincere, y'all already know how that is. Trash relationship. That is a trash relationship, and I feel bad for Melanie being looked like a fool on TV, but she kept going back. And I think she just held on just to win, and she didn't. So whatever. Because Sincere is a straight up liar. A liar will always lie. That man, everything that came out of his mouth was a lie. Even to anyone else who's talking to him about the relationship, I know, yeah. That man is a liar. He's just saying what he has to say. What? Okay. here. Okay, you gonna go inside? Because mommy has to record. Okay, I'll be right inside. Take care. Go. Go. I didn't call you out here. You were just inside doing great, your own thing. So yeah, I'm just tired of talking about Melanie and Sincere because it just sucks that she wasted all her time with him. Like, she could have got with someone better. Like, for real, everything that comes out of his mouth, like, how can you even listen to him talk? Ugh. Like, shut up. Like, Sincere just needed to never say another freaking word on the whole show and just do things. No, go somewhere, please. Sincere just should have never talked after the movie night. Just should have never said nothing. Can you chill, please? Can you chill, MJ? Go inside now. Goodness gracious, having kids. It's everything. Okay, so Melanie and Sincere. This is sad. That was the saddest thing I ever saw on television my whole life. And Melanie just kept going back. Like, girl needs to have some more self-worth, self-love, and self-awareness. Like, after Casa, I would have been done with his ass, for real. But after movie night, I would have been done. But she couldn't. That's the only thing I think that sucks about the show. They're really forced to be with someone they don't want to be with. Like, for real, they are forced. That sucks. But so this is the thing. Okay, this is the final thing I have to say about Melanie and Sincere. I was surprised no one told her, or they didn't show it on camera, that if Sincere's in there doing that to her with limited amount of girls, imagine how he's going to be out in the real world when there's an infinite amount of females. Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? She'd be dumb to date that man on the outside. As soon as I got out, I'd be like, fuck this nigga. He ain't shit when it comes to relationships right now. Fuck that nigga. That's how I'd be. And yeah, I just wouldn't. I'd be grossed out. Like, that man is disgusting. I can't believe if she stays with him, she's going to be a miserable woman. And I hope she doesn't get pregnant by that man, because she's going to be a miserable baby mama, if not a miserable wife, who's going to have a husband who cheats on her consistently. And the only reason he kept choosing her, like she said, was because he could disrespect her. He could disrespect her and get away with it, clearly. So he wasn't going to choose Soul or I don't know if it was Amora. What was her name? Amora, yeah, Amora, I think. And then the other girl, he can't get over on them. That's the only reason he didn't choose them. That's the only reason he didn't choose them. Because a lot of men get with women who they can get over on and stay with them. That's why they marry women, and that's why they date women. That's why they keep that girl, because they could always have that in-house, the in-house people. That's why. And still go out and fuck around and come back and be like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she's like, okay, don't do this, don't do that, stop, blah, 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 I hate you, I'm gonna leave you. And they don't, just like she didn't. He kept going back to her because he can keep getting over on her, and she didn't understand that. Unless she just did, like I said, and she just stayed because the show. Nah, because she could have been left. She could have been left. That man on that show way early. But once Soul got on, oh my gosh, Soul did shake up things. She was my favorite character on there in general out of everyone on that I've ever seen on Love Island. I really like Soul because she seemed like the most genuine person that I've seen on the show, honestly. And to see what she had to say afterwards, I still feel like she was the most genuine person because she got off and told the truth. She was like, everyone's fake nice, and that's what I felt. Like, everyone kept saying stuff, like, for what? Like, Trinity kept saying things and butting into people's relationships for nothing. I felt like Trinity should have just shut the fuck up for a lot of people's relationships. Like, she should just sat down and shut up. Like, Trinity had nothing to say that would help people's relationships. Like, no, she didn't. Like, she should have just shut the fuck up. Like, Trinity, please shut up. Like, for real. Like, like, no, sit down and shut up. Like, she was going high fever bullshit. Like, she needed to just shut up. And then, yeah, Soul, like, she got played hard. So when she got kicked off, dumped, I was happy for her, actually. Like, she was too good for the show, honestly. I thought Soul was way too good for the show. Way too good for the show. Like, she had way too much aura for that show. Like, that show was for people who are, seems like people who are dumb when it comes to relationships, because it was just weird. Ugh. It was really weird. Orlandria was a second. Orlandria was the second smartest one. She was chilling. Orlandria was just chilling. She never was in any drama, period. She held herself like a freaking goddess, and she floated through the show. She didn't win, but ultimately she did. She's the most famous one from Love Island. Good for her. But yeah, Soul was beautiful. I loved her. I was rooting for her the whole time, and it was crazy. The thing that's crazy is when Sincere picked Soul, and then he went back to Melanie, and Melanie was like, I got my man back, bitches. I was like, she sounds so dumb right now. She sounded so dumb when she said that, because who would want a man like that? The fuck? She was just hella dumb. And Soul was just awesome. I was rooting for her. Like, everyone wanted Soul. Like, Casey wanted Soul. Sincere wanted Soul. I can't remember who else wanted to take Soul. Go with Soul, but Casey and Soul could have been something. They could have been something, I think, because Sincere is just, no. I think Soul would end up dumping Sincere because she would have noticed his bullshit and left that shit where it was, in the trash. But Melanie, I guess, liked trash. I don't know what the fuck she liked trash for, because Melanie is so freaking beautiful and she's so sweet. Like, oh, that's the other one. Yeah, Melanie, I felt like, was the most genuine person. Melanie on season 8 was the most genuine, who stayed on, and Carl. I think those are the most two genuine people on the show. The most genuine. Like, genuine. They were sweet. They're the sweetest people ever. And they were the most, I think Carl was really cute. And Melanie was so beautiful. Melanie, so, especially on the date night, the last night with that black dress, I was like, girl. That girl, oh my God. Right when I seen it, I was like, ooh, like, Sincere, he don't deserve that. Sincere don't deserve that. That was too good for him. That girl was, ooh, like Holly Berry, who? That girl was a baddie. That girl looked so beautiful in that black dress. I'm like, I need to get that dress. I want that dress. I want that dress. She looked fucking phenomenal. God, that girl was beautiful. But yeah, Soul spilled the tea. She was like, everybody was fake nice. I saw it. I already knew. She didn't even have to tell me. And Kenzie, oh my God, that girl is so fake. Kenzie is so fake. Like, I just can't believe I think she lies a lot. She is like Sincere. She lies a lot. Like, I can't believe she went to the guy when she was with, what was her name? Was that Dylan? Bryce? Yeah, Dylan. She was with Dylan and went to the other guy and was like, I genuinely can see us outside of here together. Like, yeah. And then she she kissed him and she told Dylan no. And then she was a snake, hiding her, talking to her friend's man in there behind her back. Like, girl, like, when they're like, I love how we could all just be so open with each other. Kenzie wasn't open. She was a lying ass beyond. She lied to the men and the girls. I wouldn't trust Kenzie with nothing. Like, maybe just acquaintance high and by, or like just to have fun and go out, and that's about it. Like, Kenzie was trash. And honestly, I felt like she was spiteful with Corbin. She was very spiteful with Corbin because She wanted that man so bad. She wanted, to this day, I think she still wanted Corbin. Like, she liked Corbin, and she was just being spiteful. And when Parmita went up to her and was like, why are you being petty? And she was like, I'm not. Like, I was like, Kenzie, shut up. Kenzie was being very petty. Of course, people who are petty ain't gonna admit it. People who are envious and lying, they're not gonna admit it, just gonna lie so they look good. Like, it was just crazy. Like, she ain't gonna admit it because she's a liar. Kenzie's a freaking liar. Like, I would not be surprised if her and Dylan fall off really quick. Like, she wanted Corbin, and everyone knows it, and she could lie and say she didn't, because she did, and she even said it. Like, she really wanted Corbin so much. Corbin didn't want her ass, and I knew the whole time when Corbin was with her, he was just using her for the game too. He didn't want her at all. He was using her for the game. He did not like Kenzie like that. I saw it through the whole thing. Like, it sucks that Kenzie couldn't see it. It was just lust. Like, for real. She was pissed at Corbin. And I was so happy in the end when Kenzie went to the villa at night or something like that with the two hosts, Sierra and whatever that other girl's name is. I was so happy to hear that Corbin did not say, toss Kenzie out the window. I'm so glad. And it was crazy that Corbin didn't mention that. Like, Corbin didn't say it. But that just shows how much he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He probably wanted Kenzie to not like him so she can get off his balls, for real. He probably was glad she thought he said that so she can get off his balls, and she was still spiteful. The fuck? But that, I think, would have helped. No, it wouldn't have helped because Kenzie wanted him more than anything, so she definitely wanted Parmita and him off the show. And when she walked past Parmita and Corbin and was like, I'm sorry, I love you, like, I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You know you were so happy they're getting kicked off. And if she would have stood on their side, they would have stayed, or it would have been a tie and they would have to redo something, you know. And I was hoping for that. I was hoping someone did a tie, because I really didn't want Melanie and Sincere to get in the top 4, because they don't deserve it. I think TT and KC did more than anything, if not Corbin and Parmita. I think they should have been in the top 4, for real, if not the top freaking 3 at that. Shoot, they were the most genuine couples on there, besides Trinity and Bryce. If Bryce really likes her like that, like he made it seem. But that's how I feel about that. And the last thing about the show, hopefully I didn't forget anything else, is that I was so sick of people saying genuinely, I genuinely. I'm like, can y'all use another word? Open your vocabulary, open your brains, like, use a different word, bruh. Like, that was so annoying. Genuinely. And they weren't even genuine half the time. I'm like, what are they doing? Why is people sitting here lying? At the end of the day, I get it. They were just playing their roles to try and win the $100,000. Stay on the show and get that exposure. But anyways, that's all I got for Love Island. I love that 8th season. I will never watch Love Island again though. Fuck that. I'm glad I watched the 8th season because that was the most litty season ever, and there was some handsome men on that show. But the only beautiful people I thought was Kata. I loved when Kata came on though. She did spice it up. Kata and Soul were the most beautiful ones to me. Kata and Soul on season 8. Oh, they were so freaking beautiful. But yeah, that's my take on season 8. It is all just my opinions, you know. I hope they all live their greatest lives. I know a lot of them are going to get a lot of exposures. I love how they're like, Melanie, if you leave Sincere, we'll get you free flights forever. I would have been like, nigga, yes. I would have left Sincere so quick though, for real. But I don't think she knew that. But yeah, I would leave Sincere so quick if I got free flights forever. Like, say less. Shoot, this nigga's trash. But yeah, that's my take on season 8 and 7, I guess, for Love Island. I love Love Island. That was awesome. Thanks, Ash and Blaze, for putting me on Love Island season 8.